Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Cosmic Cassie. This is going to be your daily message for today. We are going to see what comes out. I feel like a lot of the energies are really high for the collective, so it'll be fun to see what actually comes out for us today. Okay. This is going to be a little bit of a shorter one, so if you like short and sweet to the point, that's going to be this one, okay? What does the collective need to know? He needs to know what today? I always say, if 80% of what I'm saying does not resonate with you, then don't take it. It's not going to be your message. This isn't meant to have bits and pieces taken and bits and pieces left behind. Either it's your story or it's not. Okay? Who needs to know what today? Who needs to know what today? So whoever this is going to resonate with, there's definitely a decision that needs to be made about choosing someone. This could be this person needing to make a decision about choosing you. Like you might be waiting on this person to decide who do they want to be with and is it you. On the other hand, this could definitely be just you trying to figure out who's the right person for me, who's the best choice for me. So you could definitely have some options on the table here. And you're trying to figure out just, who's going to be the best match for me? Who do I resonate with the most? Who's my soulmate? Who's false? Who's true? Different things like that, okay? Immediately in the energy, I feel like some of you, one of these people that you're trying to decide from, it could be more of a toxic, like not healthy kind of dynamic here, but for some reason there's a strong soul connection here, and so it's kind of confusing you because it's like, okay, well, I get along with this person or these people really well, I connect with them, I resonate, but there's a strong connection here, but it's toxic and it doesn't feel good and it's not always the best thing for me. So that can definitely get a little confusing, okay? Show me these options. Show me these options. Show me these options, please. Okay, so one of these options, funny. One of them could be a Capricorn, one of them can be a Pisces or Cancer. Pisces or Cancer. That's funny. Okay. So what I'm getting here is that if we have two options or three options, okay, we're going to go through those really quick. Two of these are going to be, if you have two options, the way that this is breaking down is there is love. It's a lower level of love. So it's not like a strong commitment here to anyone specific. But the two options are, funny enough, the devil and the divine, okay? So this is giving me like false flame, twin flame kind of vibes here. So one of these people, it seems like it'd be your perfect person, but for whatever reason, like this is where it's not super healthy, okay? Whether it holds you back, it makes you really insecure, it triggers you significantly. This person might have addictions, might have obsessions, different habits that just aren't healthy to be around or have in your life. They might kind of spur you into that or trigger you into having these addictions and things like that. There could be too much passion, lust, obsession between you two at times as well. And that's going to be one person, okay? The second person here, this seems more very much opposite, right? But it's like this person, I have a connection and a soul connection to them as well, but because it's so, there's no obsession here, there's no toxicity here, you're not as pulled towards it as you are with this devil energy. And it could be Capricorn as well. But it's like this devil energy, it's like a lot of manipulation, a lot of mind games, keeps you coming back. It's really hard to break free. It's really difficult to break away because there's so much mental and emotion that's like put into this that's very confusing. It's very toxic. It's very manipulative. So it plays mind games with you, like, am I the crazy one? Am I doing this? That kind of energy. And then the other connection here, it's like this person's awesome. Like, this connection is great, but because there's not that toxic piece, I'm not overly, obsessed with it. I'm drawn to it, but there's not an obsession. So it's like you kind of need to break away from this devil to realize that the divine here is the one that you want. I feel like there's a lot of synchronicities around this person, the divine person here. There's a lot of synchronicities. There's a lot of messages that come in for you. There's a lot of different signs and symbols and things like that to point you in the right direction, to keep reminding you, like, this is where you need to be. Like, this is the safe place. This is the good place. This is the person you're going to be safe with, that you're going to be good with, okay? This, however, no. Our mind and our ego always keeps us drawing back to it, but it's like this, we know this isn't healthy. We know it's not. Now, if you have 3 people, what it's telling me is this third card here is more coming in as a person rather than an emotion, because for 2 people, it's like we have a low emotional commitment to both of these people here. Like, it's not a high level commitment with either of them. There's been love exchanged and offered here. For 3 people, it's like you also have this third person who is like a soulmate energy. It's like they're very nice, they're fun, they're really good, but for whatever reason, it's like I'm not as drawn, I'm not as pulled in. So it's almost like we have soulmate energy, we have false flame energy, very karmic here, and then we have twin flame, like divine energy. And it's like you have all 3 of these people in your energy, and so you have to kind of choose and decide who is who, how does each person show up in my life? And I think you're kind of struggling a little bit to try to figure out, how do I know who each person is? And I'm going to tell you, the one that you're most obsessed with, like where it puts you into overthinking, it really like triggers you, makes you insecure, self-conscious, it's very confusing, you get like into this mode of overanalyzing, overthinking here, that's more than likely going to be this karmic one, okay? That's going to be your false flame. It's like we go together so well, we have so much potential, we could be so well matched, but it's like it never happens. There's immaturity, there's communication issues, there's confusion, there's overthinking, there's blockages, there's challenge, and it's because it's not meant to come together. But this person like prevents you from moving on because there's so much of this emotion here. So that's going to be more than likely your karmic kind of like false flame here. The person that we get along, we could go do hobbies with, we could have a lot of similar passions. I feel so comfortable and at ease with this person. This is someone who I don't even have to, it didn't take a long time for me to warm up to them. We just immediately clicked and, we started hanging out, and I'm so excited to see them. They're excited to see me. Everything just flows. It comes very easily here. That's going to be your soulmate. That's that soulmate energy coming in. It feels very much like a best friend. Like, man, we have so many things in common. We have so many things that just work so well for us. It's like we could hang out and talk about everything and anything, and the vibe is just always right. The vibe is always good, and it's because this is a soulmate, kindred spirit kind of energy. For this last one, that flame counterpartner energy here, this is someone who it's almost like we can't come together. We don't come together. Our energy won't come together into a relationship. And it's almost because we both have growth. There's no toxicity. There's no challenges. There's no blocks. But we both still have and recognize and accept that there's things that we need to develop and work on within ourselves before we can actually come together. But we naturally feel very drawn to this person, but there's not high levels of communication. There's not a whole lot of interaction. And it's almost because it's like we see each other, we're in each other's energy, but it's not time yet because we have to clear out these energies. We have to know what we want. We have to get healthy. We have to recover before we can actually come together. But when you look at this person, it's almost like you just know you're meant to be with them. It's a feeling, it's an energy. If you have this person around you, I know I'm meant to be with you. I know this. You might have the same feeling with this karmic, but there's a lot of toxicity. There's a lot of motion, a lot of chaos involved with it. This is clean, this is clear, there's no chaos, there's no toxicity, there's low levels of communication because we're not ready to come together yet, and it's almost like we're forced to stay apart until we can come together because we don't want to create toxicity between each other. The energy won't allow that. But this is someone you look at them and there's a connection, they know it, the energy is unmatched, but at the same time it's like I feel like I know this person. even though we don't hang out, we don't talk like that often, we don't intimately know each other a lot. And if we did, you know, we separated and now we really have to relearn each other. But it's like, it's weird. I don't know you, but I know you. It's that energy, okay? I understand you without you having to say anything. I understand you. I understand your emotion. I understand what you're thinking. I know how you feel. I know where you're at. I get it. You know, it's like I don't even need to ask. We don't have to have a conversation. I get it. And this person's the same way with you. They get it. There's not a lot of in-depth explanations that need to happen here, because it's like, we just know, you know? We just know. And you feel very drawn to this person, but it's not an obsessed kind of drawn. It's drawn as in like, wow, you feel like someone really important in my life. You feel like someone I should get to know a lot more intimately and deeper. You just, it's like, I feel like we need to connect. I feel like we should connect. But there's not a lot of toxicity. There's not a lot of obsession. There's not a lot of, you know, going back and forth and challenges and blockages. It's simply, I'm so distracted with the other things over here that we haven't actually had a true time to connect with each other, okay? Let's see what we can get for advice. What's the advice for the viewer? Give me advice for the viewer. Uh-oh. We have Daughter of Wands, Ace of Wands, the Moon, the Two of Cups. The advice here is saying, don't stop yourself from moving towards the person that you feel like you need to move towards because you don't know where it's going to go or how it's going to end. Don't allow that to stop you, because the one that you really don't know, you really don't have an idea of like, how is this going to start? How is this going to be? How is it going to end? And that's this energy with the divine here, the divine, you know, counterpartner here. Because it's like, I don't know a lot about you, but I feel like I know you, but we really don't know, okay? And it's because we haven't explored it. We haven't gone down that path. So don't allow that fear, because with the toxic one here, like the karmic falls, we know how that's going to play. We've done that for a while. We know what that's going to look like. And with the kindred spirit, the soulmate, we also know what that's going to look like. We can imagine it. We can picture it in our mind's eye, what our future would be. We'd get along so well. We'd be that awesome couple that everyone loves to have around. But it would stay on this certain level. It would never go or surpass a certain level of intimacy, of connection, of bond. It would be like your basic relationship, your average relationship that's healthy and awesome. But it's like there's a next level here that we can get to, and we know that. In our heart, we know that, and that's with our divine. And so it's saying, don't be afraid to take that journey. Don't be afraid to move in that direction just because we don't know, we can't predict how it's going to be. We don't know if there's challenges. We don't know if they like us. We don't know, are we actually going to get along? Is this really my person? If you feel drawn in that direction, do not be afraid to explore it, because that's what's going to lead you to your Two of Cups here. Okay, that's what's going to lead you there. But you have to overcome the need to know. You have to just go down the path, the dark path, and turn the light on when you find it, but don't worry about it, not being the right direction for you, because you're always going to go where you need to go. So just don't have fear with that as far as moving forward. Okay, guys, that is everything that I have for you. That was an interesting storyline. I wish we had more time to go down that. But that's everything I have for you, and I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Bye.